Si? Ha? Si žgala?
This is so stupid. There are many much better musicians than those we see on TV. Those bands after 2000, which are made artificially famous, have no energy, no sense of music and no feelings. It is so strange. Who made them? Individuals in those groups are completely out of everything. And rock music is far worse than the last disco hits. Disco stars have more character than those so-called rock musicians. Rock music is now being made almost without rhythm, just some crybaby singing to many acoustic guitars. Then those bands get big, not big, but just an illusion of real art and pop success. Then some managers sell those bands to the eastern countries like Stars for Youth. I think they exist only to collect money from countries that get loans from the International Monetary Fund. I think those musicians are paid only enough for sandwiches and beer, and they do not deserve more because they only serve like slaves. Artists are never slaves. And you know what is the best part of this deal? In foreign countries without strong music industry, which is case except in the big western countries, they buy off people in the media who then take care of media support for this bad music and bad business. To me, this looks like open pressure on the local artists and really the entire local population. Thus, so-called journalists make idiots out of the local folks. Your music. This is the most stupid thing that the West has done to the East and others in the last 20 years. Previously, others wanted to be polluted with Western music because that pollution had the seeds of something good inside, and these seeds grew into some good modern music products in the local countries. Rock music became a self-grown plant in different countries, and the influence of the West was guaranteed. Now there is no good influence, it is only about taking money in this very moment. Every student of economy knows that it's a crooked business if you have no long-term effects, especially in show business, which is a culture business. Your music, your music. What happens to the music industry in local countries? Rock music has no influence at all because of all the media people, all the promoters of every kind, the worst of which are the ones from so-called independent music and alternative scenes working for crooked business that do not let other local who are not in their network do anything. On the other hand, this results in the springing up of local folk musicians who use modern technology to make and promote their own products. I am not against them at all, because I see those people as rebels without a cause. The local intellectuals attack them and call them trash, which only makes them stronger, because intellectual individuals became so stupid that they no longer have influence on people. They have just the opposite effect, a sort of good advertising, because people hate them like hell. Your music, your music, your music. Nowadays, it's only about the transfer of money, which have 0% influence on the local population in terms of ideas, and this is dangerous. The world as we know it is falling apart, and this is scary. So, now you know my opinion. It is not against Western culture at all. It is a warning. It's a big warning that big ideas have migrated somewhere else. Don't ever think that there are no more big ideas in this world, that they have disappeared. No. There is some other place, waiting, maybe already growing, waiting to hit us like never before. This is a warning, a big warning, but there is still time to change music industry. This is a warning, a big warning, for your music. popular music became so pathetic. That's what everybody says. Everybody. But is that true? It became different, that's for sure. All the time I'm hearing that contemporary pop music is so bad, that there is so much trash going on. But is there so much more of that than before? I do not believe so. There was always the same percentage of very commercial music on the radio or whatever the next transmitter is going to be in the future. Always, in any era. And do you think that some of what we call good music, some rock, some classical, some experimental, some jazz, some ethno, and some of all the other genres you or I recognize as good music is not pathetic? Wait for a century. Yes, I know you cannot. You do not have the time. But do we think it's not pathetic? Because me, you or somebody else says so. But is that true? Of course, not all the time, but in 99% of cases it is. What do I think about good music? Good music and any good art is that which expresses feelings, deep feelings of individuals who performs live in front of other people. Only then can you get an impression of whether or not that artist is good in the way he or she performs. Everything else is just production skill. And skills are not creativity. Creativity is the biggest lie somebody says to you, the mighty creativity. But it's not bad to be creative. Creative is a term of economy and entrepreneurship. So I don't like to hang around with artists who think they are something special, that they see themselves as artists. This is the stupidest and the cleverest lie of all time. With this, some individuals get corrupted in society, somebody calls them artists, they believe they are, and get to certain position in the society. It's not the question of money at all, it's the question of deep deformation of personality, the height of hypocrisy. I met very few artists who think they are not something special. But I meet tons of people who want to be artists, who think they are, or who think they will be, ordinary people who respect artists so much. This is the biggest lie in all the world, that art is not a job like any other. Sound of music. And then came the stupidest part of society, the alternative people who think they have to be different from all the others and become the same, because they have the same goal, to be different, same fucking idea. Don't you recognize that you have the same leading idea? So what can you do with them? Yes, I know, you can be creative. This is the stupidest lie in music industry, the idea of creativity. Then guys, sorry, there can also be girls, come together in the rehearsal and everybody has different ideas and everybody wants to be creative by themselves. Stupid idea with their knowledge and skills and limited minds. Wow, sound of music. Culture policy in the last 20 years in Europe has become so stupid that it will ruin the world, not just the European Union. They don't know what they are doing. It is only about bureaucracy and taking public money without any results. In Slovenia, country without the tradition of popular culture or even national culture, you can see this wrong cultural policy at its ugliest, on its reality, which you cannot see in Germany, Austria, or even in Croatia or Slovakia. Serbia is a case where you can see the clash of West and East concept. The most important mistake they are making is that they give up production and they support consumption. Support consumption with public money. Much more clever and better would be to support production, which will then push consumption forward. What is this, I ask you? That is nothing else than missing out on new players. Public money, especially that arising from culture policy, has to have a mission to support new players. That must be the public interest. What am I talking about? Am I naive or what? Public money only exists to perpetuate the power balance in society. So it is not public, it is quite private. How come? How can it be? In Europe, there are many big cultural projects which all deal with popular culture and public money and support of festivals, huge festivals. And then I read an article in the Financial Times that those festivals make cities, especially old broken down industrial complexes, enter a new golden era because of tourism. So tourists may come after the festival into your town and you will all make money and have better living. At least that's what they want you to believe. The formula goes like this. A decision is made in the background, the politicians decide whether the festival will happen, and then take care of bureaucratic needs, the local culture eminences do the advertising, and of course every event like this needs new buildings. Think about new buildings in an area with so many crushed down factories and empty hangars. Then the politicians and cultural elites start stocking campaign money from the state, European commissions, local community, bank sponsorships and so on. Then the festival takes place, everybody looks at the stage where the corrupted clown sings about, I don't know how bad things are, about war, corruption, and all kinds of political correctness. And after the festival things are the same, except for some more hungry people in the neighborhood and some more culture managers of a better days who do not even know how to manage accounts in a public company. And some satisfied construction companies with unsatisfied workers. All this is the name of the better living. Culture that will make us a better people with better material lives, and most importantly, all this consumption of culture will of course resolve nationalism, racism, sexism, animal abuse and all the other problems of modern times. If so, then I ask you, how come that in all those countries all those bad things are growing? How can it be? It's unbelievable. How come? How can it be? If people would work more, this would be solved in one day. I also believe that generally the people are not as bad as the media, intellectuals and politicians portray them every single day. So, would you believe me that capitalism itself is not really guilty for everything like everybody tries to tell us? Indeed, capitalism is guilty if we say that capitalism is what invented this cultural policy to protect their property and leading position while supporting irresponsibility, non-knowledge, unentrpreneurial skills, insensibility towards other beings, especially human beings, and non-culture that passes for management in Europe. The idea that no new company or individual artist or producer can grow up in some local place. And I tell you, we need those local players in the modern cultural industry, even if we do not need local players in the car industry or clothing or something. Those guys make a mistake in their business plan. Believe what I am saying because I'm an artist. I can tell it like it is. Isn't that so? What do you think? There is a mistake here. Many mistakes. The best thing about this game is the modern culture people who criticize the entire system, criticize capitalism. But what is capitalism? Is that any particular ideology? So they criticize nothing. They criticize thinking about collecting money, but they do not know that they kill local players with their public acting, local culture players who may be able to build up an industry by themselves and compete with the mighty players. Can you imagine if that would happen in every country? what would we get? A better world? If there are more of them, I think things would be better. It's better that every person has 5 years of possibilities in culture instead of 5 minutes of fame. Do you think this is possible? I think so. And I ask you, oh mighty ones, do you think your leading position will be in danger in such a system then? I do not believe so. There is a mistake here, so let's see where that mistake is. There is a mistake here, many mistakes. Please find that mistake. Where is this mistake?
Approaching Times Square. I'll just let things run from here and hopefully you'll get some sounds that you can use. Take care, man. Peace out.
However, and whatever happened nowadays, demonstrations without sense, music without rhythm, economy without economic rules, earthquakes which could ruin the entire planet, moral and ethic ruination, alienation of individuals without knowledge of what it means to be a human being, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. We must think where all those things are leading us and why, and on that basis form a new world order. If you listen to today's popular philosophers, such as Slavoj Žižek, he's from Slovenia, you think that is an accident? He's another one, and so far the last one, who pushed radical thoughts into public opinion. He is a pop product of modern Western society. He is absolutely right, and he is totally wrong, all at the same time. Typical dualist. This is leading nowhere, and this is the end of civilization as we know it. The end of thinking. Do we really need to think in this dualist way? New world order. All we talk about, what we are doing and how we behave in the Western world is coming somehow from the philosophers of ancient Greece and then from the Renaissance, and here we are now, nowhere. We have to stop with dualism because it's stopping us in development in all ways. Economic, cultural, technological, artistic, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. New world order. I could do this through artsy-fartsy songs with lyrics which someone else will also like and get some airplay with. But there is no time to do that anymore. New world order. Mechanicistic society will come, whether we like it or not. It is better to prepare for it and make the best of it than just leave it flowing like lava into our lives. Mechanicism and automatization of society are also the only solution able to remove the human factors from organizing our public lives and society. Automatization of cultural production is waiting around the corner. Automatization of all kinds of production. Automatization of media, that one will be probably the funniest part, the modern discussion about media and journalism. Automatization of state departments, automatization of voting, automatization of art, automatization of creativity. You better believe me and prepare for it and try to help to make it better, I am begging you. This all sounds cruel to the romantic, modern, artsy-fartsy society, but there is really no other solution. If somebody sees any other way, please tell me. New world order. So we need to put together a new universal code, which will help us to survive in this world, just by saving our lives, of course. The new world order must put it together. It has to be, and it will be, simple, short instructions about how to put together new knowledge, which is not represented yet, which is somehow invisible in our world as we know it. This has to be a reality that everybody can understand, everybody can use, because this stuff we have now is too complicated. And nobody in this modern Western culture can follow the instructions anymore, because there are none. New World Order will come, and you will hear, see, and use it in your lives if you survive. New World Order.
Ne vem, zakaj so intelektualci potrebni na svetu, ne vem, zakaj so potrebni v Mariboru. V Mariboru. Ne vem, zakaj so potrebni v Mariboru. V Mariboru, v Mariboru. Ne vem,
Železniška postaja ob 6:30. Mimo Tezna, nikoli na Študence, Miraj Melsko, MTT. V MTT. V MTT. V MTT. V MTT. V laboratoriju moji profesoriči kemije mešata barve za barvanje blaga. Iz katerega bojo neke šivilje šivale vojaške uniforme. V MTT. Mimo Tezna, nikoli na Študence, Miraj Melsko. V MTT. V MTT.
Take velike tovarne, takrat je bilo zelo bolj. Delo medije,
Nekako vlužba to, zdaj pa je, če greste, zdaj poravno. Zdaj poravno. Zdaj poravno. Zdaj poravno.
Da bodo neke šivilje šivale vojaške uniforme. 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 Uniforme.
Seus Ti, Seus Ti, Seus Ti, Seus Ti, kako se kaže? Seus Ti, Seus Ti.
Najprej so oni streljali naše, potem so naši streljali naše.
Poj gremo, pa dol pridi, poj dol čuj dol. Kako se kaže? Kako je bilo? Poj gremo, pa dol pridi, poj dol čuj dol, pa dol pridi, poj dol čuj dol, kako se kaže? Kako je bilo? Poj gremo, pa dol pridi, poj dol čuj dol, gremo se špilo, kako se kaže? Kako je bilo? Seus Ti, Seus Ti, Seus Ti, Seus Ti, Seus Ti, kako se kaže? Seus Ti, Seus Ti.
Otroke, ki smo se igrali sredi mesta, so vojaki nagnali domov.
okna in zagrnila zavese.
Enemu smo rekli Čvejko, eden je bil Puma, Cicek je bil Pi. Kako je?
Videla je, kaj bo. Videla je, kaj bo.
Čuti prse. Čuti prse. Čuti prse. Čuti.
Eden je ležal ob cesti na pohodje.
Čuti.
Imel je bele nogavice.
Poj Vun.
Ostane.
Dol Z Bando. 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 Dol Z
Zategi, piskajoč, čaroben, zvok parne lokomotive, stople postele, von po brusih, tovarne Zvoki in šumi rezanja, zapečen von, na začetku strašno zanimivo, ki je postajal vedno bolj rezek, vedno bolj intenziven in zoprn. Zategi, piskajoč, čaroben, zategi, piskajoč, čaroben, zapečen von, na začetku strašno zanimivo. Strašno zanimivo. Potem pa ne. Potem pa ne. Potem pa ne. Potem pa ne. Na začetku strašno zanimivo. Potem pa ne. Začaroben. Potem pa ne. Zategi, piskajoč, čaroben.
Vino. Koliko resnice je v mariborskem vinu? Koliko resnice? Koliko Seus smeha in obupa. Vino. Najboljše vino.
Mariborsko vino. Mariborčani pijejo dobra, najboljša vina.
Koliko Seus smeha,
Mariborsko vino.
smeha
Mariborsko
v
vino.
vino. Koliko najčistejših Seus Miha. Vino. Vino. Najboljše vino. Šipo. Vino. Koliko resnice. Koliko resnice. Koliko resnice. Koliko pesmi.
Mariborčani pijejo, dobro, najboljša vina.
Smeha in obupa.
Mariborska vina.
Vino.
Mariborska vina.
Vino.
Mariborska vina.
Vino. Vino.
Vračajo se včasih vate, da bi našli svežega te ali vsaj spomin.
Če si zraven, si pa zraven, če pa nisi, te pa ni.
Na ljubezen, ki ne mine na prvih 7 let spomin. Spremaš jih kot drage goste, pa spet pahneš pod svoje moste, kot se zruže zgubljeni svet. A ti si mali kralj beračev, jaz tvoj čudni bart bilanstva dreva, naš pancir, polma na mir.
Če si zraven, si pa zraven, če pa nisi, te pa ni. Te pa ni. Te pa ni. Te pa ni.
Maribor je potrebno imeti rad. Ker je enostavno v njem fajn. To je mesto, ki ima svojo dušo. Met rad.